Exploring the meta on AWS for production machine learning using CICD, which will trigger step functions on AWS. We'll also use DynamoDB as a model registry, along with S3 for storing the actual objects. DynamoDB allows us to store the model schematics, including the latest model version, which is then used to read S3 to receive the latest model, which we'll deploy to the endpoint, and we will test that model.
Production machine learning on AWS. CICD runs AWS step functions. The state machine runs the training job, which saves model metadata to DynamoDB for a custom model registry. It also saves the actual model to S3. Then the state machine deploys the model using DynamoDB to look up the latest model version and loads it from S3, and then updates that model or deploys it for the first time to AWS SageMaker endpoints. The latest model version in this run was 2, so it used S3 to find model v2. This is the latest row in the model registry table. It has the version number, timestamp, and the path to the S3 artifact. In SageMaker AI, we have the endpoint deployed. We can look at the model container logs. Let's look at the latest log stream. We have 200 code repeating, which means the endpoint is healthy. On the ping checks, let's test the endpoint. First, let's build our Docker image. And now let's run the inference test. And we got responses, so the model is deployed and it is working. Let's check its latest container logs again, and we'll see the latest log stream. And here we see the post hit. So we see that inference hit for a healthy 200 score. Here's the trace map segments timeline, in case you want to trace what's really going on in this project. Also, turn off your SageMaker endpoints if you don't need them, and also turn off your containers if you don't need them. They tend to eat up your money. Shout out Alpha Web Services.
Computer chads build cool things that help people. And we also explored the meta for what works best in production machine learning on AWS. If you know a better meta for production machine learning, let us know. Let's get it.